So I'm now honored to spend just what I'm told is only supposed to be a few minutes or a minute or less on a very tight time schedule this morning, recognizing someone who requires much more time to be recognized given her accomplishments and her work. We're going to thank a colleague for her service to the council. Simply put, Dr. Lorna Lewis is a force to be reckoned with. And Lorna has led us so well over the past year. Her leadership of the curriculum committee for many years, her tireless advocacy as a superintendent, her constant voice for all students in all regions at the Commissioner Advisory Council and in various council roles. Her leadership in front and from behind in the council's work on the Women's Initiative, the Diversity and Inclusivity Commission, and her dogged pursuit of state ed policy that makes sense and is responsive to the field. Her work as the council's president, her work as the first woman of color to lead the council. Lorna, we are so grateful for all of your work, for your time, your talent, everything that you put into this role, everything you have done and continue to do, your unyielding commitment to all children. It's my pleasure on behalf of your colleagues throughout the state of New York to simply say thank you. Lorna, please join me on stage.
Thank you all so much. It has been my honor to have served as this past year as the president of NSCUS. I follow in the footsteps of giants who've come before me, paving the way so that I could build on the programs they put in place. I look forward to a year of connections with our new president, Kevin McGowan, who has shown by this wonderful conference how important it is for us to collaborate and learn from each other. After 43 years of being in education, I can still say this was the best pathway for me to have journeyed. I represent the hope of so many immigrants who come through your doors, hungry and thirsty for the opportunities that a public education brings. Your caring has made me bloom, and my great-great-grandmother, a former slave, is looking down, pleased at the fruit of her labor and sacrifice. We have voyaged together through rollouts of Compact for Learning, Regents Action Plans, Common Core implementation, pulled our hair out over Math A and Math B, APPR, Part 154, CBT, substantial equivalence, and recently, religious exemptions. We have welcomed and said fond farewell to Ambach, Sobel, Mills, Steiner, King, Ilya, and we're still here to celebrate our role as memory makers, barrier breakers, and dream keepers. We have moved the needle on so many fronts, thanks to the work of NSCUS staff, led by our courageous leader, Chuck Diedrich. We come to him with some weird ideas, but he always embraces them and finds ways to support our efforts. Bob Lowry, our statesman, and Greg have responded to all of my urgent calls to provide me with talking points so that I could look sound and smart as I spoke to the media. Teresa, you got me through the conferences, always with the assurance that I could do it. Deirdre, thank you for opening up the experiences with EF Tours so that superintendents could experience work in a global community. I can feel the momentum building as we continue to grow the Women's Initiative under Jazz's caring leadership. I feel hopeful that the pipeline for increasing diversity, led by the passionate efforts of Oliver and Lavelle, will have a lasting impact on changing the face of leadership in our schools. In his acceptance speech for Superintendent of the Year, Lavelle charged us with changing the face in this room before his two babies are in high school. The clock is ticking. Our database shows slow progress in increasing ethnic diversity, just look around this room, among our ranks. We opened this year with 732 districts in New York State, and there are only 39 superintendents of color leading them. Several of our colleagues of color lost their jobs without any warning as their school boards changed this past May. Our work to support them needs to be just as important as our work to recruit new leaders of color. The reality is that superintendents of color are the most unlikely people to be offered a new superintendency in New York, and we lose them to other states. This talented pool must remain here, and our mentoring and outreach can change their success stories. We collaborated with Education Trust and produced the Education Diversity Playbook outlining 5 steps that every New York district can take to improve diversity, equity, and inclusion. It highlights the work of our colleagues who are really transforming this effort. Be sure to download this, or we have extra copies here at NYSCUS. Despite the fact that our student body is now 43% Caucasian, 27% Latinx, 17% African American, 6% Asian, and 1% Native American, we often find classrooms where students of color go through their K-12 experience never having experienced a single exposure to a teacher of their same race or ethnicity. Yet research shows that when Black children have Black teachers between grades 3 and 5, boys are significantly less likely to drop out of high school, and both boys and girls are more likely to attend college. If we're serious about diversity, then let's get serious about our recruitment and hiring practices. Whether your schools are rich in diversity or not, your students will be moving beyond your protected walls to enter a diverse world. We must prepare them to seamlessly navigate among the various cultures they will meet. Having a diverse staff begins to lay the groundwork for understanding other points of view and creates intellectual synergies. Let's leave here making a commitment to begin to work on having a staff that looks like the world we're living in. When we finally get to the new version of graduation requirements, of what it means to be ready for the future, I hope you insist on including those strategies, skills, and dispositions that embrace the richness of diversity and create opportunities to change trajectories for all of New York's children. We remain the standard bearers of hope for America's future. Let us go out to the margins to do the work worth doing. In the words of Ted Kennedy, the work goes on, the cause endures, the hope still lives, and the dreams shall never die. Thank you for embracing this work. My eternal gratitude goes to you for supporting me in this work, doing what I love best, serving the children of New York.